Hello and welcome back to Spoken Essays. I'm Herschel and you're watching the live video where I figure out how to code. Welcome back. I'll get started with some of the coding that we've been doing for some time now. So let's see what we have for us. I'll lower the camera for you guys so you can see me better. How about that? Yep, that works I think. I hope it does not fall. Will you fall? Doesn't look like it will fall. Okay, yeah, but I should maybe move the camera a little bit. Yes, nice. Okay, anyway, yeah, so we go to main screen. We live on YouTube. Yep, cool. We are also live on Facebook. Yeah, I can close that. Movies, that's nothing anyway. Okay, now to know how much we have finished, I'll go here and run the tests and see what I have to do. I think the last time I did something was try to connect to a database. Oh yeah, I definitely remember that. Yeah, let's open this in one of the pages. I'll also log into MongoDB. I might need this assert. Wait, no, I won't. I don't think I will need it. While this loads, I'll copy the URL and paste it here. Yeah. Great. This is also loaded, so I can. Yes. Take me to the database, please. And now in here, I tap the button browse collections, and I only see two databases. One is database itself, and one is test. Right. One has users. Cool. And I think I can also see probably. How do I? Oh, that's where the button is. Okay, that's how you expand it and collapse it. That is cool. Should have seen that before. Okay. We have a database called database and a database called test. Let me also open code while I'm at it. Yeah. I'll need to refer to previous projects, so let's also keep that open. Good. Yeah. This is what we are building, issue tracker. Whenever I do something, I think let's do it here itself. Whenever I do something, I have designed a loop, a route for it, and that route is in here, app.route post function. This is the route. Post that takes a request and a response, and you respond with a JSON called request.body. When I click on submit issue, nothing happens. Not even something in the response.json file. So what I need to understand is what the path is of this specific button, submit issue. To understand what that where that is, I would like to go to public. What? Where's the HTML file? Command F HTML, view and issues. So views, issue or index. Interesting, there are two files. Okay, let's view that. Is there a shortcut? Yes, Command Shift B. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Is the camera on? Oh yeah, the camera is on, but you guys can barely see my face. How about that? Yeah. Maybe I can lower this camera. Give me a second, please. Oh yeah, that is much better. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, yeah. So now that we have the index.html file open here, I'd like to see what this button, where this button takes us. So we have example get usage, then we have examples. So I'll use command def examples. Okay, we found it. After that we have go to this project. Okay, sorry, I got lost. I think my phone just vibrated. I have to check. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Where is this? Yeah. Yes, guys, I'm back. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, this is where examples begins. Then we have this piece of code. Cool. Then we have h2. Wait a minute. Where does the form begin? That's where the form begins, and that's where it ends. And where's the action button? We should have a form action, right? Submit button. Am I supposed to also write the action? I don't see any action here. Form ID class border input this that. What? They didn't tell us to edit the HTML file, did they? Is that why it's not happening? I should at least see in the console something. Doesn't even say the method. Let's check. We have input type text called issue title. This says title. That's not issue title, so I'm wrong. Okay. This could be something else. Let's see. Cool. Placeholder is title. The placeholder is title. The next placeholder is text. That is correct. And the asterisk, of course. And this can also be resized. Is that true? Can't be. Style, of course. Width is 100 pixels. Yeah, that's okay. Text area. It's a text area element. Yeah, so text area elements can be resized to whatever we want them to. Yeah. Then created by, that's the order. Plus it doesn't say OPT here, it only says created by, so you're right. But this form doesn't have any action. How come does it not have an action or a method? Are we supposed to finish this or what? Nowhere in here does it say that we're supposed to finish this. Are we? If we are, then I would like to refer to a few previous projects to see what the method was. This opened boilerplate advanced node. Yeah, we did a lot of work with advanced node. If I go to index, I should see a method attribute. method equals post, as you can see here, action login and method post. So the same thing we'll use for one of our form. Let's do command F and check action. Does that keyword exist? No. Form of course exists. method, does that attribute exist? Form, oh sorry, not form, method, that attribute also does not exist. So I don't know whether we are supposed to do this or not. Yeah, this tells us the root will be the same for all of them. Wait a minute. If the root will be the same for all of them, then maybe we don't need to put the action keyword. But then how is this supposed to work? Of course, we'll pass no test other than the first one, the unique URL. But this says you can send the post request. Doesn't even say. So we can't even send it. That means we have to find a way to do it. Okay. Let's at least uncomment the rest. Command A. Okay, I can't do that. I have to select specific commented lines to uncomment them. Okay. Right. I'll keep that commented. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. What was it? Command Shift B. Yeah. Cool. So. Oh yeah. Let's also uncool this. Let's ask it to run again. I have a text to answer. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to go to take care of some business. Yes. Yep, that happened. Okay. Anyway, so I think let's test it. What I'll do is I'll add these two attributes to one of the forms. How did you write it? You wrote it this way: form element and its attributes. Form, of course, it's in the center. We have div label username, label password, div input. We also will have the same thing. Let's see, we have input, we have a bunch of buttons, we have also a submit button, and we also have this input items. In here we have an ID called test form, and we have a class called border. Maybe it's in the CSS. I have to confirm, man, that I'm not missing something. What does the issue print? This is also similar. Submit a new issue tracker. Does this have that form element perhaps? Yes, and it also have a method, post and actions API. Interesting. And this is an issue.html file. Did we link an issue.html file somewhere? Yeah, I don't know yet. What can we do, man? Come on. This does have that action thing. Okay, let's confirm. This also says issue tracker. Submit a new issue. This is an issue.html file. The best way to find out is we have the index, the static index page. We also have a sample front end. Okay. One is for the issue.html, one is for index.html. This is the standard page, and this is that some issue page. Why? What does this mean? Does this mean if I at the end of the URL add project, we would get the issue page? Submit a new issue. This does mention the method post, and the action is API. Not API issues project. Then we go to the next form. We don't go to the next form. The phone's ringing again. Why? I've already read that. Okay. Open status. All of this. Close an issue. Delete issue. It's all Ajax. Yeah, and you can see that Ajax. Type post URL data is this dot serialize success function window location reload issue display click on close issue. I don't even know how we would reach this in the traditional method, but that said, let's add those attributes to confirm what we are doing is correct. If I go to the form element, the first form element, inside the section called test UI. Wait a minute. This is the index.html file. We had a form element here. We have multiple form elements here. And then we have a script that tests stuff. Where the URL is API test. Oh, I know what they mean. Okay. This is an entire collection. and that's where they would test data. Ours could be any other project. Oh, don't tell me. Oh no. Interesting. Issues project. If I click on this API test, I would have reached this issue.html page, but somehow I don't. Let's press Command Z a few times here. Wait, this is a server.js, I can leave that. Did it say default twice? Huh. I don't know. I'll press Command Z again. Nope. No. Yeah, it will do that. Anyway, what am I stuck with? That's just a text. It is just a test. And then what do we have here now? Test form, border, placeholder. Interesting. Wait a minute. This is what is going on? I'll press Command Z in this file. Yeah, thank you. Okay. We have an issue tracker, then this is that code, right? Okay, let's add the attributes without wasting more time. Action will not be login, it will be API issues project. Let's confirm. How will they test data? It says API test will be the URL. How would it work? How did it work in the previous projects? Post and then login. Huh. And how would you work? Index.html. This method is, of course, action is API slash. Cool. Sorry. How did they do it? Did they only use register and then the rest of the API would be assumed? Let's find out. Yeah, we'll know. We will know soon enough. What if I remove this much? I only keep API issues. So that's only one form. Let's find out whether this. Oh my god, there's a comma here. There can never be a comma. Sorry. Okay. Nope. Nothing in the log. Can't see anything in the log. I have written that much. We should have at least seen some text in the log that says something. This is incorrect. So this method may have been incorrect. Let's add that much then. Project. I don't know if this should work. This would work. Might work. Let's confirm. Clicking on submit, it did not do anything. Immediately or after a few seconds. Clicking on submit here also didn't work. We don't see anything. The action that says API issues project isn't correct. Or maybe the way I'm calling this database connection is not correct. Yeah. Why is MyDB not called? Is it why that's not working? MyDB. It's not here. It should be here. I can find you. I can see that. we have one MyDB, and then it's called in this function. It's an asynchronous client function call. The same way it's written here, asynchronous client function, and then an error is catched. If you see an error, you print this. For our case, we have idiot releasing, but there are no errors. That means this is run quite correctly, if I am to assume. Then if I go to the file here, this is also passed on my database variable, and it's defined this way. Module.exports API routes is passed with two variables, and then it's run this way. We have app.root. Inside the app, we're not doing anything to my database yet. You know what, let's comment my database out from this and remove the keyword my database from this. What does this say? Is declared, but the value is never used because I commented it. If I uncomment it, it will throw us that underline again. Cool. Let's remove this line. If I need to add, I will add it. Fine. So this is back to where it was, how it was. This says common JS module will be converted into ES module, whatever. Okay. And also here, let's save this. Let's connect to the database, but not run the but not pass my database as a variable. Let's at least do that to see whether whether the problem is with my DB or the problem is with something else. Maybe it takes a long time to print to the server that we have connected to something. Okay. Type and submit. When I clicked on submit, nothing happened. Now if I remove my DB lines and only keep the API routes app call, let's see if that runs. If that does run, that means then I did not need to edit the HTML file, index HTML file. I think I can write this much. Yes, I can see this as idiot post, which is idiot post. So there were a few problems with this MyDB function call. Wait a minute. What happens if I remove this index.html and index HTML attributes? I'll press Command Z a few times and save and run again. If I still see that idiot thing, that means I did not need to write anything in here. Let's confirm. Yeah, if I click on this, I still see the keyword idiot post. If I were to write here, I would see idiot put. Very good. Delete anything, I would see idiot delete. Good. So I don't need to tamper with the HTML or the any HTML files. I do what has been asked in here. So the routes work perfectly well. What I need to figure out is how to also add the database connection. It seems like I need some coffee. You know what? It's 1.5 hours. I'll be right back. Let me prepare some coffee for myself and some water. I'll be back. Thank you. Hello guys, I'm back. The camera is not on again. What? Why? Let me check. Oh yeah, now it's working. Great. Yay! Yes. Nice. Okay, so we got our idiots working. So I think I have to find another way to do this then. This my database thing. Okay. Not that. What if I do this? I can't use await, can I? Yeah, I know. What if I call a function here this way? What if I can do that? So I go to this root function call, add my database as an argument, just that, and insert this data. Would that much work? I have a table called the issue tracker and its collection will be issues. Let's save this much and run it. To do that I have to press run. Will it work if I do it this way? Nope, it said okay, it has a problem because this is not an asynchronous function. Wait, where is the error? At await here. Because the keyword async has disappeared. I get it. What if I keep that keyword but I keep it in the mydb function? How would I even write that? Ouch. I get you. I get it. Means I need to just go to my db. It's called here and it's defined here. That means it's required from the connection page. And I've already defined the connection page in my code. Where is the VS code? Where is VS code? I'll go full screen. In the connection.js we have this much. It's an asynchronous function. It takes a callback as an answer anyway. So this, I don't think we have to edit any of this. I've also created a connection.js file for my page. Connection.js copied and pasted. I copied and pasted the same thing. So I don't think I need to worry about this. But the worry, it does worry me that it doesn't tell me whether I can make any entries to the data or not. It says database, but I don't see any issue tracker or issues or anything of the sort. So I don't know if there is an entry, and I don't see any errors that say that there is an error or there is a problem entering data in the database. At least we have this await keyword. One thing I can do quickly is remove this await itself, keyword itself, and what I can do, what I can also do is I can wrap this in and write it this way, my database, and inside this it calls this function. Yeah, in that case, I'm going to try something else. What if I enter all of this in this my database thingy? Yeah, is it practically the same thing? I don't know. It doesn't know what client is because it's not inside that db function. Let me show you how this would cause problems. Unless if it doesn't cause problems, then I'm okay with it, but it doesn't know what client is. Do you? Let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, but based on my reading, I don't think this knows what client this keyword is. How it's defined. Yeah, exactly. It says client is not defined. Exactly. So I have to find a way to do that while also keeping the API roots. And somehow the thing doesn't work if I do. By the way, does it recognize what database is? This is defined locally. Will it know? I mean, I can see the selection. This says, what does this say? Is declared, but its value is never read. So that means it will have a problem. There will be a callback error. Yep. It doesn't know what my database is. Yeah. Let's make it global. Is it now read? Remove unused declaration for my database. Exactly. So even if I use the keyword global, I mean, what if I write global here? Do I have to specifically write global? Okay, global keyword in how to make a variable global in JScript. Scope, block scope, function scope. Our scope right now is, I mean, this variable's scope is, wait a minute, what happened to this underline? Let's wait for a few seconds. We need to save it to refresh the running. Okay, while this loads, we'll understand this. Let, so x cannot be used. What? Here, okay. Before ES6, JavaScript only had global and function scope. ES6 introduced two important new JavaScript keywords, left and constant. Oh, okay. So before, I suppose we only had variables declared inside a block cannot be accessed from outside the block. Cool. So that's block scope. Cool. Variables declared with var keyword cannot have block scope. Variables this declared inside a block can be accessed from outside the block. Okay, so if I use var, it can be used here outside the block. Cool. What does our code look like? Yeah, that's inside the block. So if I use var, that means I should be able to use this keyword, but alas, we don't see this. Okay, we can't access it. Local scope, function scope. Yeah, of course, if I do that in the function scope. Inside a function var let const, they all have function scope, global. A variable declared outside a function becomes global. What if I want a global? A variable with a global scope, but that's written inside a function. Automatically global if you assign a variable that has not been declared. If you assign a value to a variable that has not been declared, it will automatically. What? My function is called here, and then it is assigned here. Okay. All users are running in strict mode. You will learn about that. Global variables in HTML, etc., etc. Lifetime of JavaScript variables when the function is completed, of course. All variables are deleted. Yeah. That tells me I have to call this inside this. Now there won't be any problems with definition. There will be problems with me clicking a button and not getting any answer. I'll show you what. I press submit. I do not see anything in the log. That means this is not called. What if I use the keyword await here? Await. This will say what? await has no effect on this type of expression. Okay, you get it. Wait a minute. Why not? Now, does it still have a problem? Remove unnecessary await, fine. What if I wrote await here? Will it have a problem? Why am I writing await twice? And that's a question. Okay, it's loaded. It has loaded. Anything, random text, press submit. I do not see anything in the log. So this didn't work. What does this say? Is declared with the values never read. I know. Let's write it then. Fine. So bus. It will be declared now and written. This is the error, don't worry about that. What can we do? If it takes longer than this, then I'll find other ways to connect to MongoDB. Is this, yeah, right. Yeah, don't see anything in the log. That means this is not me. There is not. How will I know? I can know with console.log. This is hello. Hello also works. If I run this much, and there should be a keyword called hello instantly. That means this connection, this collection probably connects. But then whenever we call any of the roots, any API roots, they're not called. Why is that? Extract to inner function in arrow function, extract to function in global scope. Yes. Interesting. What happened to our code? I mean, yes, I extracted it to extract to inner function in global scope. Yeah, I did that. API roots, extract to inner function. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What do you say? Convert to arrow function. Done. It has been converted to arrow function. ES6 module. I converted this into an arrow function. Now what's your problem? There's another bright idea. It says now we can convert it to an ES module. Project is declared but never read. I know. Okay, let's run this. I made a few changes according to the light bulb that was presented. What does it say? We have unexpected. Yeah, I know. Export, because it's exported here in it. whatever. Let's just hit it to go back. Finally, API roots is not a function. Finally, there is at least an error has appeared. It printed idiot a lot of times. Is that somewhere in here? ID, IO, nope, that's good. I mean, somewhere in here I wrote that code. It says idiot here, that means it caught an error. Very good. It says API roots is not a function because I wrote it this way. Because wait a minute, didn't I okay, I redefined this. Yeah, right. I made it an ES6 function before. Is that where the problem began? Let's rerun this. Is unable to connect to database. Finally, something. I mean, yeah, even if it's an error, we get something. It says API roots is not a function. If I press Command Z enough number of times, let's keep that. Save and run it again. Anyone listen to Fat Boy Slim? Great, finally. It says type error. Which line? Abe, not you. But I can read this. This is a connection.js. We have a callback. Oh, so we have to connect to the client. This says unable to connect to database. Error, connect to database error. Throw new error. Cool. And also at the end it also prints idiot. This is quite better. So we have a type error. That means what? Yeah, formatted. Okay. Plus it also says API roots is not a function, and the type error is over here. Right. Which line? 48th line. This one. Okay, very good. But at okay, which character does it say that? Third character, API root. Okay, basically this one. Even if I wrote it this way, if I press Command Z a few times, we will see that go away, right? Module.exports, yeah, API roots. Command copy and Command F will reveal that API roots is here .default. I don't know what default is, what it's doing, but maybe we can find out here with require. Require must be a method, require must be a function, and default must be one of the methods. Right, and we also have this Mongo URI secret, process.env Mongo URI. So this exists. Interesting. Right, I'll run this again. There were problems connecting to the database because it doesn't consider API roots as a function. Because there's a type error, that means I did not write it correctly. Where is type? In this MyDB, in here, when I pass the variable app, it says there is a type error. Where's app? App is express. So what we are doing is express. But wait, in which line does it say it? I think the error might be with this my database thingy. It says what is declared but its value is never read. How can I find out? This is the sample front end. This is the index page. Why am I reading that? Do I need to read that? Maybe there is another way. What can be another way? If I move this mydb function call from this to this, can work, might work. I don't need to pass my database as a variable. So if I save all of this and move this, then yes, maybe my database is called. But will you know what did if I've defined it here, then it can't work here, can you? Then we move this as well. Save, paste, mydb require connection is a common JS module, which may be converted into an ES module, whatever. If we want to, yes, we can do all of that. Yeah. Object ID is declared but its value is never read. Yeah, we know. mydb is you. If I define a function variable here inside this function, its scope is local. Yeah, this variable can go. Yeah. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, just a second. If I do this, this will still say this value is never read because its scope is local. Then let's put it inside this module.exports. Save, so you can move it. Let's enter my database asynchronous client variable my database, but still this variable is still inside this mydb function call. Just a second, I'll be right back. Yeah, the camera moved. I just realized the camera was vertical and horizontal. What can we do about you? mydb is this. It declares a variable, but it's local. Even if I use the keyword var, unused declaration, because it is not used anywhere. By the way, I don't need to log to the console, idiot. This error itself is I'm just pretty easy to understand. Okay. That's a longer error code. Cannot find module connection. Why? Requires stack. So in the roots api.js. Wait a minute, we have connection, right? Yeah, we do have connection variable, connection.js file, not variable, sorry. This is an internal error that says cannot find module connection. Oh yeah, I think we'll have to define the roots. Where is API? This file is inside API.roots. Do I need to write it this way? /. Where is this file? API.js is in roots. If we take it out, so where is server.js then? Is server.js outside? Yes, it's outside. So I think I don't need to write any of this. I just write connection. It should work. Oh no. Now it will look for a package called connection. Sheesh. Okay. Cancel, please. No, do not add a connection. Sheet. Yay, I know. Of course it cannot find a module called connection. /connection. Why did it not work before? Because API.js is in roots. So I think it should look for connection.js outside this folder, not in this. So this will still throw an internal error. Sorry. Yeah. I think should I write double dot? How will this work? This says roots API.js because it's inside the server. What if we are in the server? Wait, what does this mean? This means we are okay. What if I only wrote a .connection? Will it try to install a package called connection? Let's see. We have to write the path correctly, don't we? Will npm install or run? It ran. Yes. Now we have to wait for it to. Good, we still have a problem. We have a connection problem. So I can't write the path correctly. Yeah, okay. Require a JS file outside a folder. I have to write paths now. From an external source directory without path issues. How do I require without having to cd to the directory to make the path work? That's what I'm. Change the directory, chdir. Okay. Require how to use external JavaScript file. Script tag. Okay. Node.js file paths. Yes. On Linux require path. You can start using it this way. Path is users joe nodes.txt. I think dot encapsulates the current folder we are in. Do you? Let's see. This says runner require a test runner. So that means a test runner file exists here. That means API should be in the roots. What does that mean? This requires as path, right? /, meaning path. Okay. Do I need to put this in single quotes? Root of the current drive, / is the current directory, double dot is the parent of the current directory. Yep. Okay, that makes much more sense. 2 dots. Let's run this. Will it be able to find the file? Yes, it was able to find the file, but now it has a problem with API roots. Okay, function call. API roots is not a function. Does it exist in here? Which file does it have a problem with? This one. It says API roots is not a function. Huh. Huh. Why so? On the 40th line, first character, this one. Yeah, you can go. Okay, why we have a type error? I wrote app here. I wrote app here as well. If I am to remove this MyDB, will the problem go away? If the problem does go away, that means the type error wasn't with you. Oh, it still says API roots is not a function. API roots is here, roots API.js. Yeah, we are inside the API.js, not default. That file has not been edited with, tampered with. Okay. App keyword also says express. So to API roots we pass the app like this, just like this. New weird things keep happening. Huh. Okay, yeah, but that's what we're here for. What if I am to comment? I don't think that's the problem, but let's confirm. It still says API roots is not a function. Why is it so? What is this? Blue. Interesting. Right. Yeah, this says type error. That means we're not passing the right kind. API roots is not a function. Roots API.js dot default. Module not exports function app. Yeah, that's what it was before too. If I go to roots, we have function app my database, but module.exports equals function, and then we have a callback function. Module.exports equals a callback function. App. We pass it the app. Does it have a problem with my database? If it had a problem with my database, then it would have said, it would have thrown an error when it passed through the my database variable. Nope. It has a problem when it parses through the API roots in the 40th line in here. This one. Why does it do that? API roots. This variable has been defined. It basically calls this function. What if I'm to cut it? I mean, yeah, if I've commented it out, it does the same thing. Module.exports equals this. I did not even edit this out. What seems to be the problem? One thing I can do is, of course, write all of this again. But it doesn't even recognize this as a function. So that means there's a problem with this line, not with API roots. Okay. Require this not default. Roots API.js. Okay. So I removed, I commented this out in just to check, only to check whether there are any problems with you. Compile extensions, load function. Interesting. Let's see. App.root is not a function when accessing in a controller. What did this key thingy look like before? How can I find out? We should have the change history. I mean, yeah, git history. How do I access the git history? No, not this way. This green line means I've been making changes to my code. The issue. Oh yeah, the issue. Okay, that's not it. Okay, one way to find out is to look into their boilerplate code. I'm not even trying to connect. How can I go to their boilerplate code? If I go to their GitHub repository, I will see it. That's it. Oh yeah, this is the one. Which file is it? api.js, which is inside the roots api.js. This is what their code looks like. Use strict module equals exports function app. That's the same. Module.exports equals function app.root, etc, etc, etc. Then maybe the problem isn't with this. How? Then what's the problem? Am I not defining it where it should be? What does this default keyword do? What if I remove that? Okay, let's stop it first. Let's run it now. Can you guys see this face? Okay, yeah, that's better. The app is listening on port 3000, so that default keyword somehow caused problems. Now it's gone. What was it for? Require default method. JavaScript require versus require default. Okay. Why do I need to use app in next app? Isn't app the same as next app, etc, etc? Import app from this. So this guy uses next app require this dot default and require dot default. You need to look at webpack offers hot module loading for other non-React classes. Finally, the required dot default when dealing with ES6 imports. Whoa! Okay, that is so cool. So if this were an ES6 method of writing code, then I should have written default. That is cool. Let's confirm reading this. When dealing with ES6 imports, the export default to my component. Wow, that is cool. So export default to my component. And then whatever module.exports. Oh, then I don't really need this export default module. Would this throw an error? Probably, yep. Unexpected token export. I have to finish reading this thing. Export module is of the format default to my component. The import statement correctly handles this assignment for you. However, you have to require this my component.default conversion yourself. The HMR interface code cannot use import as it doesn't work inline. If you want that module, use module.exports instead of export space default. Yes. So that is also the same. Okay. Let's say remove this much then. So ES6 method. Unexpected token in module exports. I think because of the function keyword. Yeah. I think it will still throw an error because this is also not the way to write it. Function. The red, this underline went away, by the way. Do I have a light bulb again? Oh, the light bulb also went away. Interestingly. Yeah, but this works. If I remove the default keyword, it will understand that it has to do it. Use module.exports instead of export default. Oh. Interesting. I do want to find out about this. So if I wrote export default function, say if I run this, will it throw an error immediately? Yes. Because it has a problem. Cannot use import as it doesn't work inline. If I run this, it will probably cause problems. Yes. Fine. Module.exports it is. This works well. I'll also confirm whether it works well by making a few things or doing a few things. If I press submit, I should see a log to the console. I do. Great. Now it has been taking some time. I'm going to take a break and go live again in some time. So thank you for watching, everyone, and see you guys back again in some minutes, maybe an hour or so. Yeah, so not some minutes, probably more than some minutes. Okay. Thank you for watching in this live video, and ciao.